good afternoon, and welcome to Have a Chat. I'm Audrey Lynch with my co-host Judy Loge. Good afternoon, Judy. How are you?
Good afternoon. I am pretty good today for a Monday.
Yes, and welcome to all our viewers today. Thanks for tuning in and watching. We have a great show lined up for you today. Some amazing guests, very interesting that you're not going to want to miss. And we usually start off our show with a positive thought or quote of the day.
Right.
And we actually, it's your turn.
It is
if I'm
my
not mistaken.
quote, for sure. It's something to think about for sure. This quote is by Cormac McCarthy, and it reads, "You never know what worse luck your bad luck has saved you from." Isn't it true?
Oh, so true.
So think about that. So you're complaining, you're at the airport. Oh my God, my flight's delayed. Okay, maybe the next flight you're on was going to be that ultimate, crash or something.
I know.
Or you get rear-ended and you get a, little whiplash.
So almost like things could be worse.
Oh, for sure.
Though in the moment things feel pretty bad.
Yeah, like what a bad day. My girlfriend just dumped me. Well, maybe it's a good thing because maybe you would have ended up staying with that guy, marrying that guy, and he would have turned out to be a real idiot. You know what I'm saying?
You're looking at the big picture.
I am.
For sure.
So it's just a cute one.
Yeah, it is. Really cute. I like it.
Yeah.
I like it. I want to mention and do a shameless plug again because I had mentioned it last week.
Oh.
Coors Banquet has put on a huge promotion, and they've got a contest going on called One Horse Town, and we, Miramichi, are in the top 6 for the running.
Plug it. It's a big one.
Plug it.
Yes,
so
yes.
you can go on. The thing is what we could win is a huge concert sometime in September with Tim Hicks, Kira Isabella, and Dallas Smith to come here to Miramichi, put on this huge country concert sometime in September.
Yes.
So now you can vote once a day, every day, from now until July 15th. Once from your mobile device, your cell phone. You can use a tablet.
Yep.
You can use your computer. You can do that all. So you can actually vote more than once a day, and you can do it in French, and then you can do it in English.
So please do. We could have this huge, magnificent concert, and we have so many country fans in the city and everywhere over Canada.
Miramichi can really, really, really pull it together. I've seen them do amazing things before, and I have no doubt in my mind whatsoever. We might actually do a phone interview with one of the promoters.
Nice.
I was talking to her, and Vera was talking to her, so we might do a little phone interview so that she can tell us how we're doing, how we're making out, and maybe any tips on how to get all those votes in. So
well, please,
excited.
Anyone listening today, and spread the word that this could be our show.
So CoorsBanquet.ca/OHT, One Horse Town, and vote.
Perfect. I love it.
Okay. So what else is going on?
Well, we celebrated Father's Day on the weekend.
Yes, we did.
And, I have friends.
It was a nice day.
It was beautiful,
The weather was nice.
Friday night, my hubby and I, we took my sports car, and we said, let's just take a nice run on the highway. So we opened it up.
Oh, really?
I'm always looking for those red and blue lights behind.
I was going to say.
Okay, nothing flashing. So
what highway was that?
Niguac. And it was nice. We went down to the pub 981.
Oh, yes.
And we've been all over the river to the various restaurants on the river, but we had never, I'm ashamed to say, been down to the new one. And it is fabulous.
It is cute, eh?
And I know the owners. And so I said, I've been in there embarrassed saying, here we are, first timers, but I will certainly go back again. Vast menu, ambiance, like you're sitting in Quebec City or Toronto or somewhere.
Really?
You don't know that you're even in this province.
Fabulous.
It's so beautiful.
There's
an outside shop where you can have lunch and all these beautiful decadent desserts or light lunch salads, and inside a full menu. And there was music playing that night. Ian and Craig.
Okay.
Ian and I don't even know
those. I think those names actually sound familiar to Miramichi.
Yeah, and so I had another engagement, so we couldn't stay to listen to them. But just so people know, if you want to take a nice spin on a sunny night or any day, that it has great entertainment and awesome food.
Oh, well, that's fabulous. Yeah. So a little plug there for Pub 981 in Niguac, correct?
Yeah.
Check it out.
And then Father's Day, I'm sure you love your dad as much as I love my dad.
Yeah, I stopped by to see him, to give him his little gift and give him a big hug and chit-chat for a little bit and see how he's doing. And, he likes to keep things a little low-key.
Okay, my dad, too.
Yeah, definitely. I had actually got him, and we're hoping to have her on the show. I got him a new pair of socks. And I know that sounds really, really just plain, but these socks are amazing. They're called Vox, if you haven't heard of them. But we're hoping to have Angela on the show to tell us all about it. They've got a built-in neurotechnology that helps with pain, balance, energy, performance. So we're going to have her on someday very, very soon. And that's what I got him. I mean, they're not cheap socks.
No, they are not.
And
Good gift.
Definitely something that, you know, with his diabetes and stuff like that and him getting a little bit older, I thought it was a fabulous gift.
It is a fabulous gift.
Now, I didn't think he would buy them himself with the little price tag, but to get them as a gift, to get him to realize how therapeutic that they can be.
Perfect idea.
Definitely. So that's what I did for Father's Day.
Men are hard to buy for. They really are.
They are.
I got my dad a detailed car certificate, so he can go get his car detailed.
Nice.
And
I like
it's
that
something
too.
that he is not really, you know, I mean, you're getting older. You don't want to get out there and reach and clean and scrub it all up and shine it all up. It's a big job. So he was pleased with that and just some other things, certificate to a restaurant and a good, he's a reader like me. I'm a voracious reader, you know that?
Yes.
And he's a reader as well. So I got him a really nice hard-covered crime novel and a few other things, you know, that he just was fun to open.
Exactly. That's just it.
And my hubby, too, we did a big steak barbecue, and my son pitched in and did all the flipping and the seasoning and made it a really nice dinner. And then we all went out afterwards. So I love you, Dad. He's the funniest man I've ever met. He could have his own show. I keep saying that. I don't know. He really missed his calling.
Oh, really?
He definitely missed his calling. He's so funny.
We should have him on the show.
We should have him on the show.
Why hasn't he been on the show?
I don't know. He's really, really funny.
Oh,
so
we'll definitely do. You must know. You have some contact there. You should be able
I don't
to.
know if he'd come on.
No?
But he's great.
Yeah, some other big news that's happening. I believe I don't know if it's all across Canada, if it's just in New Brunswick, but there is a ban on chocolate milk and juice in schools.
Oh, and it's causing a stir.
It's a huge stir. A lot of people are weighing in whether this is a good thing or a bad thing.
Chocolate milk makes up 75% of the sales in New Brunswick schools.
That's, you know what I mean? Like, I don't think taking away this is my thought, it doesn't matter what it is, but eliminating and banning every single possible thing out there that could be bad for you does not teach someone to make good choices.
But they're going to get it
because they're not there to begin with.
And it's not like they're going to be drinking and consuming juice and milk all day long either. If they have a breakfast program, it may or may not be part of it. Some schools do not offer it. Some schools do. It's going to be a little drink of milk in a container.
It is. And some people are saying, well, some kids are buying multiple, have a limit.
I'd say limit. Exactly.
You know, different things like that. But we should be teaching our children, number one, to be active. And number two, to make good choices. And, you know, to have something sweet or something is, you know, in moderation is not a bad thing.
And it has the same 16 nutrients that white milk does.
Exactly.
A bit more, for sure, more calories.
I mean, when you're talking having a piece of candy, which is just pure sugar, and it has no nutritional value whatsoever, but milk does.
It does so. There's vitamins. It's good for your teeth. Any milk, the calcium, the protein,
especially in
carbohydrates.
those first 5 years. Those first 5 years of a child's life, it's huge. It's important. Very, very important.
So it's very sad for the schools that they're going to drop too, because it's a big thing. I mean, they are.
That's a little bit crazy. But you can go on our Facebook page for Have a Chat, and you can voice your opinions there. We would love to hear from you.
Sure, we would.
And then we will go over them and share them with you on the show the next time we're on. We can go and see what people are saying, and we can actually scroll through it instead of me scrolling through all of Facebook right now because it's everywhere and everything. But if you have any statistics that you know are for sure, we'll definitely share them and have our own little debate.
Well, you know how badly I despise white milk. So if I'm ever going to drink milk, it's going to be some chocolate, which I don't even bother with a lot, but it tastes so much better. And that's why the kids are drinking it, because it tastes so much better.
It does. It does. And I mean, I would have to say, if I was going to have chocolate milk, is easy to drink in large quantities. Yes, it is.
I hate white milk.
But I don't, and we won't get into it, but Audrey doesn't drink milk anymore at all. It's almond milk, cashew milk. I'm on the nut milk.
I'm into the shakes now. My husband and my son have been making them with me, so we're really doing them up every day.
Okay. So you wanted to bring this up, though I did not.
Yeah?
Judy has some interesting facts about arachnophobia.
Well, I'm one, that's why.
And I am a huge one.
I'm the biggest one. Okay,
you
couldn't beat me. I'm so terrified.
My skin is crawling already just thinking that we're going to be talking about it.
I know, but it's a fact, okay? They're out there. It's just like every other thing, ants and bees.
Well, it's spring, and the bugs are out, so...
Yes, so the
spiders
topic
are
is
one.
Spiders, and of course, if you have a fear, you're an arachnophobia. Arachnophobiac. All right, so research suggests that you are never more than 10 feet away from a spider.
What?
You're never more than 10 feet away, although they do find their crevices and they do stick to their little corners or places where they're not. I'm trying to laugh at you, Audrey, because I didn't know you were afraid of spiders.
Oh, my land.
Spiders come.
Now I'm eyeballing the room, right?
10 feet, 10
I'm just
feet.
like,
you're good. They come in they have different characteristics.
Okay.
But there are
besides 8 legs.
No, they do. They all look different.
Okay.
And there are 30,000 species of spiders.
30,000?
Oh, you're funny.
Oh,
30,000 different species of spider.
Okay.
But that's what they know of.
Oh, my land. This is an awful subject.
You are so funny.
This is an awful subject.
Not all spider bites are deadly, okay? But there are a few that can bite and they can cause, some
They can still cause some...
Sure they do. Some nasty
allergic
things.
reactions, even though they might not be deadly.
Yeah, because of the venom. Okay. But the majority of spiders will not bite humans. And if they do, they don't usually have enough of the venom to really harm somebody. So the majority do not bite. And I don't think that one will at all, that little one over there.
Don't. That's not even funny. That's not even a little bit funny.
I love teasing. Okay. Female spiders have a large appetite. Females. Okay? And in some cases, depending on the species, the female spider will eat the male spider either before, during, or after copulation. Okay?
I've heard that. I have heard that. That was an interesting fact I did know.
Did you know that this behavior of sexual cannibalism is what inspired the name of the widow spider or the black widow?
Oh, no. But I assume she did that.
This
that
is one you're going to love that's going to really make you feel good to know. Spiders have blue blood.
What? They're from royalty, you mean?
No, in spiders, the molecule that contains the oxygen also contains copper, a significant amount of copper, and that's where the bluish blood comes.
I don't take the time to squish one. I just want to get rid of it.
Well, now, you know what's really interesting for me is I thought that I was the only arachnophobe on this show because I know Veronique's fear of snakes, and she's definitely afraid of snakes.
Spiders are huge. Like in my house, the patio doors is what I use, and the eave is there. And my husband doesn't initially let me get rid of because the spiders are all there, and I can see them. I don't know. I think they call them barn spiders.
Yes,
they're these
huge.
big gray
they
things.
Are.
And he doesn't want to get rid of them initially because when they create their little webbing, I don't have very many mosquitoes when I sit out on my patio because I have a natural mosquito catcher kind of thing. The only thing is when they start coming down far enough that when I open up my patio door, I start doing the Karate Kid.
That's good for the muscles.
That's when I'm like, okay, they've got to go. We're done.
Yeah, no, I despise them. Actually terrified of them.
I am.
But that's just a few facts that,
Can they jump? Can they jump from their
This guy's going to very soon, I think. He looks like he's ready.
Jump.
No, he looks like he's ready to jump.
No, I know. I know you. My eyes are not that good, but I'm pretty sure I would recognize
but that's
that.
just a few facts, so we'll change the subject.
Yes,
what else would you like to talk about?
There was a story that you were telling me about a fellow who was going to receive a music scholarship.
Yes, this young man, 4 years ago, a McGill University student, a fantastic musician. He plays the clarinet, so a clarinetist is what he is called. He applied for a scholarship and won the scholarship to a prestigious school in the United States, even though he's Canadian. And his girlfriend, she tried to derail his career, so she rejected it, impersonating him.
So he got the email.
Yes.
She got the email.
Somehow she saw his email.
Okay, she intercepted it.
Seen the computer.
And she responded with a no thank you.
Pretending it was him. Yes, she said, no, not interested. And so now the
full scholarship.
Full scholarship for 2 years into a prestigious music program. But she didn't probably want him to go to the States. Whatever.
Worth how much?
Well, the judge gave him back, the court order was that she pay him back $350,000. So she had to.
For what she had done.
Yeah, it was, a huge loss to him. And he would have been on his way, and who knows what it would have led to, right? So it's a big thing she did. And, how badly would you want to destroy someone's career to do that? Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Identity theft is huge.
Sure.
It's a big thing,
to show what people
unfortunately.
can do, right? And how computers can be really, she saw that, she deleted that, and ruined what was a fantastic opportunity for him.
Vengeful.
Very,
something
very.
like that.
Yeah.
To do. Really? You know what I mean? How did this ever come about? How did he ever find out that?
I just noticed that on the news bulletin.
Yeah.
That he was granted the money back. So good for him and bad on her.
No, exactly. That's just it. I went to go see a movie over the weekend.
Is it the one I want to see?
Yes, it is. So we won't talk about it a whole lot, but the book club was absolutely hilarious.
I want to go.
Definitely a must-see, must-go. I love all four women. Jane Fonda.
Diane
Keaton.
Candice Bergen.
Yes.
Okay, she plays
And then
Murphy
the other
Brown.
little one with the dark hair. How come I can never remember
I don't know, but
her
Diane Keaton's probably one of my favorite actresses.
She's hilarious.
And Susan Sarandon. I think they're my top two.
Yeah.
But I wish she was in it.
Yes, exactly.
I can't think of the other woman, but Andy Garcia's in it, right?
Yes.
I had a major crush on him when he was younger.
He is.
Major.
The four men that are in it are three leading men. Don Johnson's in
it. He's looking good for his age.
He does. He
Miami
really does.
Vice, here we come.
I'm like, I look forward to growing older.
So if I took my mother, she would enjoy that. Like an older person would enjoy that. Not that you're old, Mom, like you only look about 50.
Yes.
But, she's a senior, so she would have a good laugh.
It touches on the subject, because these are four women that have been reading books once a month, and each one takes a turn at who gets to pick the book. And they actually, some of the women are now single, and Candice Bergen decides to create an account. She's actually a Supreme Court judge in this movie.
Wow.
And her husband had left her for a younger woman, so her friends talk her into going online and creating an account to a dating site, which, in her 60s, going on 70, it was hilarious.
Oh, well, I can't wait to go. I think I will take my mom on
I won't say any more
that date
as
tomorrow
far
night,
as
and we're going to go then.
Yeah, definitely.
But on the note of books, you know what kind of a reader I am?
Yes.
Well, I'm almost like addicted to books, which is a good thing and a bad thing.
Right.
I would recommend the book to anybody that hasn't read Unraveling Oliver. It was the top mystery crime novel in the UK last year, written by Liz Nugent, and she's fantastic. She's from Dublin, and so it's a very, very good book, Unraveling Oliver. It's really wonderful.
Oh, and it's a crime?
It's a mystery, but it's a very intriguing plot. It's unusually written. Her mind's fantastic, so I would love it. And my son's in Dublin right now. Hi, Evan, over there.
Oh, really?
Probably visiting. I'm sure he's visiting church as opposed to pubs, don't you? And castles.
Maybe. Maybe a little bit of both. If he wants to experience the full culture of Dublin, he will have to stop by for a few pubs to research it.
For sure. He was in Limerick last night, so of course I sent him one. Limerick.
Did you?
He said, "That's pretty cool, Mom."
Exactly.
And then he spent 2 nights with friends on a houseboat in Galway Bay.
Oh, really?
What a great time in your life, right?
Oh.
So now he's coming back to settle into his new studies in next week.
So he took a little break.
He took a great break. He went to Mexico, and then he had a few, other little trips, and now Dublin and most.
Yeah, perfect.
Fun.
Well, we are going to take a short little break. We have some great guests lined up. Don't go away. We'll be back with more Have a Chat after the break. And we're back with more Have a Chat. Joining us now is our first guest, Samantha Murphy. Hello, Samantha.
Hello, ladies.
Welcome, and thank you for coming.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me.
Samantha is, her current title right at the moment is Executive Director of the Chamber of Commerce, but you have worn many, many hats over the years. But first, we want to hear a little bit about you and who you are.
Well, ladies, I am originally from Miramichi. I grew up in Miramichi East.
Yes.
Born and raised.
We don't just pick people from our no.
And I have 2 beautiful little boys. One is 9.5, and the other one just turned 7.
Oh, young.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Funny boys.
They would never fight at that age.
No,
9 and 7.
No sibling rivalry
We're
there,
pretty
right?
lucky for the most part. They really do get along, and they listen to my mom voice. And
good parenting.
It's good.
Yeah.
I have a very wonderful mother and father,
Isn't
so it
that
taught
awesome?
me how to be a good mother. So
that's
That's
role
just it.
models.
Because you've been doing the single mom thing for the last 4 years
4
or so.
years,
So
yeah.
that makes things a little trickier
It does.
to balance it all.
Very busy. And my job before where I am now was I worked shift work. Like I was everywhere from, I could go in at 6 a.m. to work until 3 a.m.
Oh, wow.
Audrey knows how that is.
We worked together at the Rod.
Oh, you did?
Yes.
Nice.
Here and there. So it can be very, very tricky when it comes to shift work and having small children and being able to shuffle.
And working weekends. And
running a household. And then your everyday errands, too.
Yeah, and I'm very lucky that I have a very supportive family. They're
wonderful.
Very, it takes a village. So.
Right, and you are the new executive director of the Chamber. So how recent has this position been appointed?
I was very lucky. I started March 5th, actually, so it's just a couple months.
Yes.
Still
You're a newbie.
I'm a newbie, still learning the ropes.
But you're loving it.
Yeah.
Loving it. I have an amazing board that really encourages me and supports me, and I'm very, very lucky.
Perfect. Now, you've done many things, because I know you personally, and I thought you would make a great guest, because there's so many different things that you've been a part of as a community member here in Miramichi. So, and just give us a little rundown without too much detail of where this all led up to where you're at now.
Yeah, well, actually it turned, when I had my oldest boy, I just wanted a new job. So I messaged my friend and I said, do you know if the Rod is hiring, just serving? And it turned out that they hired me as a banquet captain at the time, and my position had changed throughout the years, and that's how I stuck, and I just loved working at the Rod. It was so nice, and I really loved the family atmosphere. And then one year I just decided for my New Year's resolution wasn't to lose weight or anything, was to step out of my comfort zone. And that's what I did. And that's when I came aboard the Women's Network, and I was one of the board of directors there for a year. Learned a lot.
They do an awesome job.
They do.
So
They do.
amazing. The awards.
Girl power.
Yeah, I had to step out of my comfort zone again and present an award. I think that year was for Peggy McLean, and in front of almost 200 people, which is a big thing. Getting up in public speaking is...
Sam, the #1 fear in the world is public speaking. The second is spiders. No, it is. It's the truth.
We're done.
We're done.
We're done.
That's the order, and third is death. So how's that?
So after a year, I stepped down, and I still try to support as much as I can, because it's such a great, great, great thing. But now I'm mainly focused on my children's school at King Street Elementary, and I'm very heavily involved, and I love that school.
It's a beautiful
school. It's a brand new school that we have in Miramichi East, King Street Elementary.
Yes.
Because there's ongoing. Are you part of that fundraising, ongoing things that are going on right there now for the playground and all the different things?
Well, I am. I'm trying to be as much as I can. I have a lot on my plate. Right now, actually, we are doing it's an online auction, which starts on the 22nd of June at 6 o'clock, and it goes until June 27th at 6 o'clock. And so many organizations and businesses in Miramichi have just been so supportive. And some really great items.
So can you tell us a bit more about it?
They were all items? Yeah, well, some of the items, I know Chef Lee from O'Donoghue's has donated a dinner for 4. He'll come into your house and cook for you. And Jordan Pinder as well has donated.
The photography?
Yes, donated. It's a $300 package.
Wow. Does beautiful work too, Jordan.
Yes, I've seen some of his work
and
awesome.
The golf course. So yeah, everybody is really, we have a huge list of everybody. It's amazing.
So support that.
Yes, definitely.
So that auction, just quickly again, the auction starts, it
opens June 22nd at 6 p.m. And closes on June 27th at 6 p.m.
On my birthday.
And any questions, you can contact Sarah Wrigley McDonald, even via Facebook, and she'll be able to.
Just to touch briefly, I know you're not here to talk about that specifically, but could you just talk a bit about your boys that are involved in Sistema? Because we want to talk about how fantastic that program is while we have a chance.
Oh, that program, I'm telling you, my little boy, he had wanted to apply, and I said, but it's a lot, because it's Monday to Friday until 5:30.
And tell viewers about it, Sam, what the Sistema is.
Yes, because there's some people who might not even know.
The music program.
It's a program that came here from Venezuela and originated in Venezuela to help children that just needed some guidance. So we were very.
Music program,
it's a music program in orchestra music. My 2 boys play the viola. And my youngest just started this year. So my oldest has been in it for a couple years, and we were very lucky. And he's actually excelling in it. So he's able to go, like this year on July 2nd, he's doing Pops NB in Moncton and playing with the Moncton Youth Orchestra and the New Brunswick Youth Orchestra.
Well, that's huge.
And then next year, along with the Sistema program, he'll also play with the Moncton Youth Orchestra next year. So
you must be so proud.
I'm a little proud, yeah. I have two very smart boys, and music runs in the boys' family, so...
Isn't that grand?
I'm a big believer in the kids when they show an interest in whatever it may be, whether it's sports or arts or music or drama and theater and all of those things, to feed into that and allow them to explore whether or not this is something for them that they can take to the next level. Because you never know where their passion and their talents are going to lead.
It's not even just the music. Before you're allowed to even have your instrument, you have to learn how to respect your hands, learn how to respect others, and you don't even get an instrument until you learn how to respect the paper mache instrument that they make.
So it's really
it's a big program. It's very serious, and we have great teachers.
I heard that. I've met a couple of them, in fact, and they're spectacular.
Carlos, Emily, and Adora are just amazing.
I know. I am seeing the event they both performed at as well, and like talent leads to talent, right? Like they can show these kids in such an amazing way what they're capable of.
Yeah, definitely. Yes. We're very, very lucky. We are.
So now your current hat that you're wearing is the executive director of the Chamber of Commerce. Yes. Now there would be a lot to take on there.
All of downtown Miramichi. All of Miramichi.
Yes.
Wow.
We support the business.
So the Chamber itself does what?
We are the voice of the business community.
Okay.
Yep. So that's what we are, and we have a membership, and you can go on our website and it reads more. There's lots of benefits of being a member of the Chamber of Commerce as well, so it's great.
So being the voice of the business community, there is a lot of voices being voiced, for the lack of a better word, over the big issue of the bypass.
Yes,
because
definitely.
when it comes to the road and access to different businesses, it can make and break a business.
100%, as you will know.
As I will know. Well, I will be more than likely affected in some way, shape, or form.
I know.
To what extent, I have no idea as of yet.
I don't think anyone really.
And
I don't like to comment because I see so many pros and cons. So
that's just it.
Yeah.
But you're having to deal with this at what level? At what realm is this?
We like to be the voice. So what we did on Friday was we launched a survey. And we emailed it out to our members. And the survey only will close on Wednesday, I do believe. So we are looking for the responses back. So far we have about 26. So we're not really sure. Like we want to hear from them before we can actually speak on it. Yeah.
It is a big issue, like Audrey said. It's major right now. It's the ongoing buzzword right now.
No, exactly. Because I will voice my somewhat opinion on the fact that my business lies right on King George Highway. And because I look at it two different ways. I think it would be absolutely insane to force, when Centennial Bridge does go to close, force everyone and anyone who must come up the Bathurst Way or up to the Douglastown area to one road and one road only. Though, in a sense, I love the idea of a lot of traffic. I'm actually going to, I've already had clients say, I don't know if I'll bother because the traffic's going to be so bad
really hurt you.
To come through there. They're already complaining of being able to get in or out and take a left or a right depending on which way they're going because traffic is so heavy now. So in a sense, I understand opening up the bypass, divide that traffic so that it's not so congested, right? So even though it might take away some of the flow, it might create flow for me as well that someone won't mind coming because the traffic's not going to be so crazy.
Lots to think about there. And
there
you're going to get a lot of responses, negative and positive.
We really are pushing forward to the construction on the highway, on the King George Highway as well, with the left lane turns, have that to be finished for when the bridge closes in 2020. So
exactly. That's just
and there's so much construction period going on in the city, right? Like it's everywhere.
Which I know can be very frustrating, but in the long run, just have a little bit of patience. Leave a few minutes earlier. This will help our city in the long run.
You're getting road bridge, everything else. You can't realize it's part of the process.
It'll be training. I'm not going to lie. I've said this to a few clients, and some people might not find this funny, but I find it a little bit amusing as far as the traffic circle that's coming up in Chatham Head area. When it's all said and done, my instinct is to get a lawn chair and go scoot down and park myself in the corner and just watch the fun of people learning how to use a roundabout or a traffic circle.
Everywhere else. So, I mean,
they are.
They're popping up everywhere. It's called caution.
Yeah.
Caution. That's
exactly.
what you do. You have to just wait your turn and make sure that you have the right go
signal
ahead. And of course, a good driver.
They're on your car.
It's a little bit scary, though, to think of young, new drivers that get caught up in that. But, however, again, there are lots of pros to that.
But there's a benefit because they are new. And sometimes it's teaching an old dog new tricks.
So you have events coming up with the Chamber? Anything you want to talk about?
We are working on an event right now. We have a summer student with us, our Chamber ambassador. Her name is Jessica Fullerton, and she's absolutely amazing, and we're very, very lucky to have her. So it's nice to be able to bounce some ideas back and forth from her. So we're hopefully in August, early August, doing Chambers Talks. It's kind of like TED Talks.
Oh, I love those.
Yeah. Right now we're thinking about doing leadership versus management, and
awesome idea. I watch those. Do you tune in? I tune in.
Oh, they're great
all the time.
I know.
Yeah,
we do that on a local basis and have some of our most prestigious names that are really movers and shakers on the business end of it. Giving their thoughts and feedback and expertise.
Exactly.
That's fantastic.
Exactly.
We're pretty excited. She's a smart cookie. We're really lucky to have her. I'll really miss her when she goes back to school. So.
Yeah, because so much is happening in Miramichi right now. All you have to do is take one sweep around the full circle from one end to the other to see all the new growth that's happening right here, right now.
Beautiful.
Love it.
It's very exciting too. So I'm going to ask you a little more of a personal question. You have so much going on, and family, and all these different, and your job. How are you doing it? How are you doing it all and balancing and juggling everything?
I don't think.
You just
I do.
Jump in.
I just
do it.
Yeah, I start my day at 10 to 6 every morning.
10 to 6?
10 to 6. Doesn't mean I get up at 10 to 6.
Or go to bed early.
The alarm goes off.
The alarm goes off.
I know exactly what she means.
I'm not the best morning person, but I just take it day by day, and that's how I do it. I don't think.
Don't you love that slogan? That's the best ever, Nike. Just do it.
Exactly.
And that's what you have to do. The best ever. Just do it.
You don't let the negative
even
creep in a little bit. That I can't do this. It's too much. Or you just.
I wouldn't be able to do it if I let that come into my. Mind you, I have my girls that I vent to.
Sure, you have your stress days.
We
like
have
every
our
normal
stress days
person,
like everyone else
does too, and I do.
Yeah, but I'm very lucky. I have, and my boys listen. Because we're down to a routine, and they know what to do, and they know when Mama's having a bad day, they just back off a little bit.
Sure.
And I do with them as well. Like, I give them respect, and they know their manners, and they know how to handle.
That's right, because everyone has a bad day.
Yes.
My son woke up a bit grumpy this morning, which he's allowed to wake up grumpy. I said, would you just do something, though? Keep your grumpiness in, because the grumpiness is going to carry on over to me, and then I'm going to take it to the show, and I don't need that. But he's an amazingly rounded, happy kid all the time. Everyone's allowed to have a bad day.
And same with my boys as well. And
right.
I respect them. Like, I'm still a parent, but at the same time, I have to respect them at the same time. Just as much as they respect me, I expect it back.
Growing people.
And they know
What would you say is the driving force for you personally in all of this?
There's two. First of all, it's my boys.
Right.
It's my boys every day. But it's also the fact that I am a single mom, and not that I need to prove it, but it's nice to show other women that this can be done, and single dads too as well, because it's just as hard on them as it is on the mothers, and it's just, look, I'm doing it. Why can't you do it? What makes me so special that I'm able to do it?
You're empowering other people.
And that's what I hope to do. Yeah, because I have two great boys, and they're going to look back one day and be like, she did it.
That's right, your pride and joy.
That's the way I look at it too. Life lessons for my children, if nothing else. That, no matter what happens through life, you can persevere and you can have what you want and do what you want if you put the effort into it. So if they see us putting that effort in and that time and that energy,
and the results coming back,
and then the results that come back, and even though not that I like it, but when negative things happen too, and confrontation and different things like that, and teaching them how to handle all of that along the way,
lead by example, and and mine too. When I'm having a bad day and I'm just like, Mom, I don't know what to do, and she's like, come on, you've got this. You've done this before. Why are you doubting yourself?
Right.
So my mother and my sister and my two brothers and my dad, they're just, it's good.
Your network.
Very, very lucky.
Supportive.
Yeah.
What would be your most challenging role as executive director on a daily basis?
Right now, it's a lot. It's a lot. It's juggling everything because, to be honest, we have a lot of things on the go and behind the scenes, and it's trying to prioritize what's the most important and just to get everything down. And I like to be at as many community events as I can be at and to show my support, because we do really support a lot of things that go on in Miramichi, and we really want to. And to be there, and it's hard as a single mother to be able to juggle, but at the same time, I love it.
And you're visible. And I think about any person that's running a business, visibility is key. You can't, it's just like a restaurant. If you're going to open up a restaurant and be the manager, the owner, people want to see that you're there looking out for your staff and your customers and graciously saying hello and thank you for your business, right?
Exactly.
I totally believe that it should be very much there a lot of the time.
100%,
And you are. You're right there.
Well, before we finish up with you, Samantha, I want you to just fill us in on the businesses who might be interested in being part of the Chamber. How can they do that?
Well, if they would like to become part of the Chamber, please give us a call at, our phone number is 622-5522, or check us out on our website is miramichichamber.com, and look at the benefits and see if it'll be beneficial for you, and just reach us, contact us, reach out.
Yeah, because you guys can tell them all about what it is that the Chamber can do for them as far as promoting their business and helping them and answer any questions that they might have. Now, what about if it's someone who's looking to open or start a business? Is that something you can help with as well?
I will point them in the right direction.
Perfect.
I always will go above and beyond to do whatever I can to help anybody. And that's not even at a chamber level, that's at a personal level.
Nice.
So.
Exactly.
You're the right woman for the job.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, definitely. Most definitely. Well, we look very, very forward to seeing you in the future with your upcoming adventures and endeavors that you're going to be taking on. We want to thank you so much for joining us today.
Loved having you.
And letting us know everything that's going on in your life right now. Well, maybe we'll have you back and do some more.
Thank you, Sam.
Yes, definitely. We have some more great guests joining us after the break. We're going to talk a little bit about wrestling. Actually, we have an upcoming event that's happening here in Miramichi very, very soon, and we actually have some wrestlers joining us to talk to. We'll be back right after the break. Don't go away. Welcome back to Have a Chat. Up next, we have some very interesting guests here with us at Have a Chat. We have the next Wrestling Entertainment Pro wrestlers, Isaac Buff Malley and Homeless Bob.
Yes.
Hello.
Hi.
Welcome, guys.
Thanks for having us.
Well, it's going to appeal to a lot of viewers. This is all new to me and Audrey as well.
Yes, most definitely.
It's actually a very nice studio.
It is
Thank
a nice
you.
studio.
You'd have to sell a lot of bottles and cans to live here. What's the rent here?
We don't pay the rent, so
We're
we don't have
happy.
to worry about that part.
Yeah.
Exactly. So you are actually, there's an upcoming event here at the Logieville Community Center on June 23rd. But first we want to let our viewers get to know you guys a little bit. Now, Isaac Buff Malley, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm from Miramichi, born and raised, originally from Chatham Head. I've grown up in the Miramichi all my life. I've been a big fan of wrestling all my life, going back to the days when in the St. Clair rink when Grand Prix used to come in. Like I said, I've always been a big fan, and it's great to bring a wrestling product to the Miramichi, give something for the kids to do as well as for the seniors and adults as well. And really, we do need more things on the Miramichi going on for the community.
I know, and I hear so much about it. I really do, don't you?
Yeah. So is this your baby? Is this your company? Or how are you involved with this?
Well, I started with the company when it first started October 2013 in Miramichi here. I started off working just as a helper, security guard, setting up the ring, things like that.
Right.
I met one of the promoters at that time, and they offered me a position in the company. I worked real hard, proved that I was a hard worker, and then I ended up actually getting a spot on the show as a manager to one of the wrestlers.
Okay.
Oh, really?
And then with that, more hard work, I had an option at that time, later on at that time, to become a co-owner of the company, as well as a co-promoter of the company. So it goes to show that, I mean, hard work definitely pays off.
What she just talked about, rising your way, working your way to the top.
Climbing that ladder.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Congratulations on all that.
Following your dreams and your passions, for sure. Definitely. Now, you brought along with you Homeless Bob. Hello. How are you?
How you doing?
Not too bad.
I love that ring of yours. That's really, really
My
shiny.
ring?
What do you want for it?
Yeah, well, it would pay some rent, maybe.
Yeah.
I would sell a lot of bottles and cans for that, too.
Yeah. So tell us how you became involved with the pro wrestling.
Oh, well, this started about 12 or 13 years ago when I was
Okay.
still living in Hamilton, Ontario. That's my hometown.
Oh.
Actually, a couple of big names are from that town or that area. The late, great Iron Mike Sharp and the missing link Dewey Robertson. God rest them both.
Yes.
And I saw a poster for a wrestling event while I went out bottle picking, trying to, make some change. Got to do what you got to do, right?
All right.
And I thought I'd give that event a try, if anything, to try and see if any of the fans, if they could buy a ticket, maybe they could spare some change. But I also found out that the venue I went to, where the wrestling event was held, actually had a training facility. And those who ran the school took a little bit of pity on me. They probably didn't expect me to persist or to make it. So in lieu of doing chores around the venue, I was actually allowed to train there, and
Cool.
the rest is history.
Okay, so I know nothing about wrestling except that it's very, very rough and it's a lot of fun to watch.
Oh, yes.
So tell us about the training component. What does that
Because there is
entail?
actual training
Yes.
for
Oh, for sure.
this.
You can't just jump
Okay.
in the ring. Like, I
No.
mean, could you see me
Well,
now
you
in
could,
the ring?
but
I
that
We
would
wouldn't
probably have
last long.
amateur night that we could probably go hang out.
call me.
Check it out.
Well, it does involve a lot of rigorous exercise.
Okay.
You do have to be in really good shape, and it does take its toll on you after a while. There's lots of your typical
Injuries?
push-ups, sit-ups, and,
Okay.
and
Running
burpees,
and lifting.
Squats are painful for
Wow.
me, especially with me. At my age and after 12 or 13 years of this,
Takes-
my knees are all but shot.
It would
Okay.
definitely take a toll on the body.
Oh yeah, it does. I haven't been wrestling a great deal lately due to injuries. Like I've got bad knees, I got a bad back, and I just found out that I've got a bulging disc.
Oh, and you're
Yeah.
still
Okay.
smiling and just putting your best foot forward. Look
I'm
at you.
grinning and bearing it. That's actually kind of what I really enjoy. What I've been doing the past year or so. I'm actually the host of a segment called Trash Talk.
Trash talk.
Oh,
Yep.
you're kidding.
It still allows
Okay.
me to get under people's skin, which I enjoy doing. And the best part is, it's given me the opportunity to let my body heal up.
All right. I think
Yes.
that's
That's
fantastic.
important, actually, taking
Yep.
those breaks and listening to your body.
Oh, for
when
sure.
it's telling you to
Every
do
now and
exactly
then, I
that.
actually do that, just instead of
Yeah.
surge ahead.
Pushing yourself through
So,
it.
Homeless Bob, just take us back to the very first time you went into the ring.
Well, billions of years ago, the Earth was a molten my first wrestling match.
Your first wrestling
Yeah,
match.
before the beard and everything.
Oh, I had a beard.
He almost,
Yeah, it's just that, back then after a while they stopped giving away disposable razors and for complimentary shaving
Yeah.
cream. So I just kind of
Kept the little fella.
yeah. I mean, it gets
comes
pretty
in handy in the winter.
It gets pretty nasty down here this time of year.
That's
so.
okay, but you said about the rigorous training and the
Oh, yeah.
leading up to, and then you're stepping into the ring.
For the very first
And-
time, and
Do you
I
remember your
got my
first fight?
I got my hiney. No, I wasn't. I got my hiney handed to me by a wrestler named Sean Quinn. He was known as the Pride of Scotland.
All right.
Yeah, he beat me in less than 5 minutes.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
But you're a determined guy, right? You wanted to
Oh,
come
yeah.
bact and show him that you could beat him.
Oh, for sure.
And you did.
Yeah, and as you said, buff persistence does pay off.
All
You
right.
know, a lot
Buff
of-
because you're so buffed.
Oh yeah,
Exactly.
look at him. Look at these rippling
I
muscles.
know.
He's a
So you
muscular
two are
guy.
great buddies. Tell us more about your company.
Like I said, we started in 2013
Okay.
as Next Wrestling Entertainment, NWE Pro Wrestling.
That's actually why I moved down here, so I could be part of it and get a better opportunity.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. So you changed from whatever company it was that you were working for to work with this one?
I worked for various promotions
Okay.
in Ontario, and
Right.
but I saw a better opportunity down in
Well, we're
the
glad you
Maritimes.
came here.
With pro
So am
wrestling,
I.
it's more like independent contracting. Like
Oh, okay.
wherever, pretty much where the work is, you.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Exactly.
But yeah, we started in 2013. We've been running for 5 years now. We're on Rogers TV every month. We do a lot of work for charities as well here in the community. We've done work with Children's Wish. We did the McHappy Days McHappy Day this past
Oh,
May.
yes.
We raised around $600 for them.
Nice.
We do yearly. We do the 12 homeless hours with the Miramichi Youth House.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
We've
That's
done
in there.
we've done
Yeah.
Make Wish a couple times. Miramichi Food Bank. We've done the food bank in Eel Ground.
Good for you guys.
As well.
Yeah.
So yeah, we love like it's like I always say when it comes to wrestling. I mean, people pay to come see your product. So I mean, you got to give them the best product possible, as well as if they're going to if the community is going to spend the money in your product, you got to be willing to give back to the
Give
community.
back.
Oh, yeah.
Give it your best. Oh, that's really. I'm
definitely.
proud of you guys.
That's fantastic that you guys
You get
have
what you
that
give after
motto.
all.
You do so. Is it all males that you deal with? All male
No,
wrestling?
we actually have a women's division if you're interested
Oh
as well.
my God, well, for sure. I'll get on those squats there as soon as I go home, and after the laundry's done, I'll start working on the push-ups.
Yeah, that could be your New Year's resolution. A new
But
goal.
probably not.
No.
So tell us more. So you have the men's division and the women's division.
Yeah, we have. At the moment, we just started the women's division last November. We crowned our first ever women's champion, Delmi Exo. She's from Boston, or actually, I believe Rhode Island. So we have a lot of people that come from all over. Pretty much, we bring in talent from New Brunswick here, all over the Maritimes. As far as, like I said, Boston, Rhode Island. We've brought in from Ontario. We've had WWE legends. We've had Bushwhacker Luke, Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
You've done all that in just 5 years?
In 5 years,
you've been able to have that much talent. Now, this show that's coming up in Logieville on the 23rd, June 23rd, at the Logieville Center, Community Center. So how many wrestlers do you have? Like, what did it take to how is this show going to be put together?
Well, with this show, this is actually one of our biggest shows of the year. It's called Top Rope Turmoil.
Top Rope Turmoil.
Yeah, it's actually the main event will be a 20-man over-the-top rope battle or Royal Rumble. And it'll be actually to crown the new NWE heavyweight champion.
How exciting!
We had an issue where a couple of the wrestlers that were fighting for the title weren't fighting fairly. So me as the general manager and owner, I had to step in and unfortunately strip someone of the title, and I am putting it up as the reward for the Top Rope Turmoil this year.
Okay, that's something. So they go. What is this event? What's the time? The cost? That type of thing.
Well, it starts. The doors open at 5:45 for the Platinum Pass. The Platinum Pass is something extra we do. What it is, it's general admission. It's $10, and that's the show starts at 7. That would be for your advance ticket. $15 at the door.
Good.
If you would like to come in for the pre-show, though, you can pay $5 more, which is either $15 advance or $20 at the door, and you get actually this time 4 extra matches, as well as a meet and greet with the wrestlers.
Oh, that's very reasonable for all of that.
Yeah. And actually, I find since we instituted it, it's actually more people. I would say about probably 90% of the people take advantage of the Platinum Pass. Because I mean, for $5 more, you're getting extra matches, a meet and greet. Plus, you don't have to wait outside as long to get in. So
you think
that's
it'll be
definitely.
packed? I think it will be packed that night. I think
that's
people better get on that and start purchasing.
The venue can hold how many?
We can hold about probably 300 people.
Nice.
Yeah, we're looking at possibly getting venues here back in the Miramichi area, like closer to into the city. But at the moment, I mean, the Logieville Community Center, they treat us very well. Yeah. It's a great building, so we're really happy to be there.
Good atmosphere.
So tell us more about your life as a wrestler. I think it's such a cool thing to do.
Oh, it is. It is. I mean, it takes a physical toil. I mean, if you'll note here, the scar I have on top of my head, it kind of looks like the Nike symbol.
I see that.
Yeah, that happened.
Do it.
That happened.
Exactly.
That's pretty much it.
That's what happened.
Did it? He just did it.
Well, I was hit with a steel chair and pretty much bled all over the place.
What?
And
mercy.
What's this?
I said, oh, mercy.
Yeah, that's back when I still lived in Ontario. And
Okay.
the person who owned the company I was wrestling for at the time was so upset. God love him. He was trying to quit smoking. But after he saw me bleeding all over his ring and wasn't sure what the deal was, he relapsed.
Oh, my land.
Yeah. And as after I had the wound treated, so to speak, and went to take a shower to try and clean myself off, he stood at the door and complained.
Yes, exactly. So a little bit about the wrestling physically itself, and try to help me understand it, because my boys try to help me, and I'm like, because in my head, is there an aspect of the fighting that is choreographed?
Choreographed, you say?
Choreographed, like
Not likely,
or
he
not
says.
playing fair. What would have happened there? Now he was hit over the head with a chair. Was that something that was supposed to happen, or
didn't see it coming.
I'm like,
I didn't expect to bleed all over the place. I'll tell you that much.
No.
And neither
That's
did
just
the
it,
promoter.
because injuries do happen.
Yes,
right?
they
Exactly.
do.
And I mean, with pro wrestling, even when it comes to the professional, the top professional WWE, they'll admit that accidents do happen.
Okay.
It is. I wouldn't as much say choreographed, but I would say it's a theatrical art in its own.
It
Right.
is.
It
Very
is.
entertaining.
Some people consider it as a man soap opera.
Okay.
Okay.
But
Yeah,
I mean,
because there's certain characters and they play out a certain way, and they
Exactly.
have
It's
love
pretty-
interests and
It's pretty much the same thing as if you go
Okay.
see a movie at the
Live
theater.
theater.
It's
Okay.
pretty much the same thing. I mean, you're
It's a show.
getting a show.
Okay.
So I
You are.
mean, It's the people that are the wrestlers. They actually do have to go through rigorous training.
That's just it.
And I mean, we wouldn't let anybody that's wrestle in our ring that hasn't been at least through a credible training facility.
Right. Okay.
Because again, I mean,
Someone could
accidents
get hurt.
can happen
Oh, yes.
so easily.
Right.
So the big question, does size matter?
It helps.
It
helps.
No, I'm asking a serious question.
She doesn't have any. She's not following any paperwork today.
As you don't have to be 400 pounds of muscle.
Oh, okay.
Versus you behave. Versus a very probably wiry under that coat, Bob, muscular man that's capable.
Thank you.
So I'm asking you
I'm
a
not as
legit
muscular
question.
as I
Would you
was.
put him against another wrestler who was
That,
twice
like,
his size?
6'9"?
Weight-wise?
Certainly, yeah.
Oh, yes. Oh.
We have.
I've faced big fellas before. I've faced
Okay.
guys 300 pounds and over.
Okay.
And
See, I'd be
felt it.
terrified. Oh, how do you overcome that fear of stepping into the ring with someone you've never matched with before?
Well,
Tell me.
it's not the dog. It's not the fight and the dog. It's the dog and the fight.
I love it.
Oh wait, no. It's the other way
it's the
around.
other way
It's
around.
not the dog and the fight. It's the fight,
Fight
and the dog.
in the dog.
Okay.
And you're a fighter.
Exactly.
It comes from within.
Oh yeah.
Overcome that.
Yeah, and I mean, when
Absolutely.
it comes to wrestling, it's not as much about size; it's about heart and determination.
All
Like
right.
I've always said, and I mean, when it comes to wrestling, if you got the drive, you got the determination, you got the heart to do it,
And the talent.
Right.
you even as much talent. I mean,
No?
to be honest, we have some people that
It helps.
They
that-
can be
that aren't-
trained right to...
that, I mean, that still
But-
are getting there, but I mean, they can wow a crowd. Like the crowd's just right into them.
Crazy.
Yep.
Gives you that push, right?
At the risk of bragging, I wasn't the most athletic or the most technically gifted.
okay.
However, I do seem to have a good rapport. Is that how it's pronounced?
Yes.
Rapport?
Yes.
Yes. Rapport.
Yes, it is.
Yeah,
And he's
rapport.
actually the 2018 rib champion here. The
Well,
Rib
why
champion.
not brag about
Oh,
that?
He won
wow.
first place in the rib eating contest.
I'm a starving man. It's not hard to outclass a bunch of
Rib
people who
you
eat on a
won.
regular basis.
So how much did you eat of that?
Oh, geez, I don't recall. It was all just one
Crazy
gloriously hazy
big
memory.
inhalation. Wow.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Well, I'm pretty excited. I mean,
Yeah,
not
so
that
you
I'm
have
gonna
quite
join
the
wrestling
lineup this
world.
week, or next weekend, this coming Saturday. You
Yep.
have quite the lineup of wrestlers, and you have
yeah.
some women as well, you
Yeah,
said.
we have the, like I mentioned, we have the 20-man Rumble that will crown the new NWE Heavyweight
Okay,
Champion.
20-man Rumble.
Yep.
Yeah, we
Okay.
also have the Women's Championship match. We have Del Miexo, who is the defending champion, going up against Ali Zwicker.
Ali
Okay.
Sticker. These names are pretty cool, by the way.
We also have
They're pretty cool
the
people.
NWE Elite Champion going up, who is Fantana, and he's actually going up against... I got a little bit of a mind blank
right?
there.
Well, there's so much going on.
Zachary?
Exactly.
Zachary?
Zachary Pierre Bellier.
Imagine.
I didn't just pull that out of anywhere.
So,
I did hear that.
as a former champion, what is your role going to be this weekend? Are you going to be just kind of in the audience? Are you going to be coaching any of these people before the games, or like getting them motivated?
Getting the crowd
What is
going.
your role this weekend, coming June 23rd?
Well, you never know unless you attend. Who
Well, I don't know if I'll be able
knows?
to attend.
No,
but
exactly.
you will be. You'll be one of the.
Oh, I will definitely
The
be
visible
there
figures
because whether there's a talk segment planned or what have you, I'm a big supporter of maritime wrestling, so
Yeah.
I'll be there. Giving
We
it
should
my
swing
heart
by
and
and do a little Facebook
We can
Live.
walk
really
around the
think you
ring.
should.
Do you still have women that walk around the ring saying, "Go, go,
Oh, and
go"?
hold the numbers?
soul. Yeah, I do.
Oh, you too.
No,
Well,
but
I've offered to see the dress that he wears.
a dress. We could do that, Audrey. Like,
Yeah.
I think we just throw
Look,
ourselves in
I'm
there, help you out.
comfortable with who I am. All right?
I know you
Yes,
are.
definitely.
Very
Well, we
comfortable.
want to thank you so much for coming on the show today and filling us all in and getting Miramichi excited about this big wrestling promotion that's coming up this weekend.
Good job.
We definitely want all of our viewers to check it out. Now, where can we get tickets? Is it just at the door?
No, tickets are actually we sell advance tickets at Pizza Pro here in Newcastle.
Okay.
Okay. Pizza
So, like
Pro
I mentioned,
Newcastle.
they're $10 for the general
place to
tickets,
panhandle.
and they're $15 for the Platinum Pass
Platinum.
advance.
It's a pro in
Okay.
Newcastle.
Yeah.
So the actual fights, though, don't start until 7 p.m.?
Well, the actual event starts at 5:45,
Okay.
as in the pre-show, the Platinum Pass.
The pre-show, okay.
But if you would like to attend just the regular show and not pay the $5 extra for that, then the regular show would start at 7.
Very good.
We could stop by and get some autographs and some pictures. And
Yeah, you should come check out the show.
Oh,
you know, no. I need this.
I'm a hairstylist. She keeps asking me if I got my scissors in my purse.
Really? Is there anything you can do about the receding of my hair?
No.
No? Okay. I've become rather follically challenged in my old age.
Exactly.
Okay.
Thank you guys so much for joining us.
Thank
Thank
you
to our viewers for watching. We'll be back again with more Have a Chat next week. Thanks for watching.
See you later.